So the Christmas season is in full effect for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and this week's premium shop lineup is one of the best holiday lineups we've seen from the premium shop thus far. So of course, in today's video, I'll be providing a full review and showcase of all the new and returning holiday themed items. Following that, we'll dive into Dreamsnaps, and I must admit I was very shocked by my results from the Future Visions Challenge. So I hope you're ready because we have a lot to talk about. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that I'm a small full-time content creator, so every like on this video can make a tremendous difference for me. Consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. If you would like to catch more of my content, you can find me live on Twitch Monday through Friday. Links to both my Twitch channel and Discord server can be found in the video description down below. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, and here we are with the premium shop review, and I am so excited about this week. I've been talking about these items, and I've been praying they would come today. I knew they were either going to come today or next Wednesday, which would actually be Christmas, and it would have been really sad to get this festive market bundle on Christmas because it's such a good thing to decorate with leading up to Christmas. I do wish we got it a little bit earlier, but hey, I'm not complaining. I am so excited about what we have this week. So for $17.50, you have the Festive Market Bundle. And that includes this really fun Festive Market stand here. As you can see, it's pretty well lit. It's got snow. I love the stone foundation here. Very cool. Another item here, the Festive Lights entry arch. And dude, I love this thing. It's got so many little LED lights on it. It's got this garland on the sides. You have these snowflakes. You have these stars. It is just chef's kiss. I want to put this at so many different entryways. I really hope it centers properly with path. That remains to be seen, but we will be testing that in the showcase. And finally, the third item in this little bundle here would be the Festive Lights Star Banner. All of the items in this bundle, I am so eager to experiment with and play with. As you guys know, I've been working on my Christmas Valley since the beginning of November. Of course, we did take a break to play Storybook Veil, so I haven't been working on it non-stop, but I have put several weeks of work into it at this point, and I've just been waiting for these items. This is like the one thing I need to finish, so yeah, I'm just very, very excited to pick these up, and these all look really good. I can't wait to place them and see exactly how they fit into my build. Next up, we have what I might consider to be the best Christmas house skin or style we've ever seen come to the game. Now, there's some other cool winter house skins for sure, like the Frozen Fortress, and there's the Winter Palace. You know, there's some really, really good ones, but I love this one because it just feels like a traditional, regular old house that's decorated for the holidays. And I really, really love the look of this. We talked about this a lot in my Premium Shop Leaks video. I love the little reindeer on the roof. I hope the red nose lights up on one of them. And then we have this little Santa doll at the base. Very, very cool. Now, if you didn't know about this handheld plush, this is a new handheld accessory. I mean, hence the name handheld plushie. It makes sense. But yeah, this little yellow top piece on top of the toadstool would be the little handle. I'm excited to see if it has any kind of animation or effect. It probably doesn't. It's just 1,000 moonstones, so I don't really see it being too extravagant or crazy. I'm definitely going to be picking this up today. It looks super cute. And now that we can use handheld items and accessories in Dreamsnaps, it actually has some really good utility. I think it would go really, really well for a Dreamsnap that was centered around mushrooms or fairies, and I think there's a very high likelihood that we'll see something like that soon. So if you have the moonstones, definitely worth picking this little guy up as well. And next up, we have the Mickey Mouse Holiday Inflatable. Now, we also talked about this one when we were going over the premium shop leaks. This is very obviously inspired by Mickey's festive STARPATH dream style. So very fun. I'm excited to see how big or how tall it is. It looks like it might be pretty sizable. I think maybe it'll be the size of Mickey. Maybe it'll be bigger than Mickey. I don't know. I haven't looked at it just yet, but pretty excited to check it out. And finally, it looks like the rumors were true on this item being free in the premium shop. So the festive blue star, I'm assuming this is just something from the devs for Christmas. So make sure you log in this week. If you're watching this right now and you weren't planning on playing Dreamlight Valley, this will be in the shop from now until next Wednesday, and you can claim it for free. I would imagine that that's going to be a limited time thing only. So even if it comes back to the premium shop, it might cost moonstones at that point, but it is free for now. And it was also featured in the little event demo photo that pops up right when you boot your game up now that the Christmas event is live as well. As far as returning items, we even got some good stuff for this. The illuminated deer decorations, I freaking love these things. They're going to be 20% off, so they're cheaper than ever before, and they only cost 1,000 moonstones, but I love putting these, even if it's not a winter build, I love putting these guys into forest builds and things like that. They're just super fun, and they are quite bright. I'll showcase these today, even though they're an old item. You'll see them throughout my valley. And finally, our last returning item would be another set of accessories, and it's the gift bag bundle. Now, in the past, it was pretty debated on whether this gift bundle was actually worth it or not. It's 1,000 moonstones, but it didn't really do much. You just put it in your hand. You can walk around with it. You couldn't even take pictures with it. But like we mentioned earlier with the other handheld accessory in the shop today, we can now finally take pictures with accessories in our hands, and you better believe we're going to be seeing some Christmas-themed Dreamsnap challenges. We might even have one today. I haven't even checked. But yeah, when it comes to the Christmas themes, I think these little gift bags are going to go over very, very well. And at 20% off, they're only going to run you 800 moonstones. So if you have the stones, totally worth it, pick them up. But yeah, that covers everything in the shop today. I guess we'll just go ahead and pick up all these items, and then we'll dive into our premium shop showcase. All right, so I know I said I was going to put these in my valley, but I started working on that, and I was like, this is going to be a project. I'm really going to be picky about where I put these things. So for the sake of this review, and to make sure you guys can see all the different angles of these items, we're just going to review them on the Frosted Island. So here we are on the floating island, and yeah, this is the Festive Market Bundle. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this is an item I've been very excited to get, and I have to say, this arch and this banner looks so cool. Like, look at the blue lights up on the banner here. It has this like wavy motion, almost like a screen or like an LED kind of projection. It looks really, really cool. Though I will say it looks like these lights aren't working. I don't know if they're supposed to be lights, like these little ones. They look like little paper balls. All of the lights on this one seem to be like super bright. Maybe these are not supposed to be lights. I do wish the banner was a little brighter on the legs, but it looks great nonetheless. That's a very small critique. I wish the very tip top of it lit up, and I wish the legs lit up, but I love the look of the blue stars. I love the fact that it has like this animation, this like kind of wave going, and it's a really, really pretty feature for like an entryway into a biome or any kind of like winter wonderland area you're gonna do. Love the look of this. And just so you can see it from the back as well, it's pretty much the exact same. It's got the same exact pattern. The stars are on both sides, as you can see here, so you don't have to worry about it looking awkward from the back or different. It's going to be pretty much the same no matter where you put it. Now, as far as spacing, of course, the banner is a lot bigger, coming in at 2x17 placement squares, so pretty large piece here, but I'd say that's definitely a good thing. We don't have that many cool, like, larger banners or archways, so I really, really like this, and we definitely don't have any that are this festive. Now, just as a quick demo, you can put things under the banner here, which, I'm not surprised by. I do believe if it's up to a certain height, though, that's not going to work. So if we grab something like a street light, it's going to go red when you're under it. So if you do want to place any items under this banner, know that you can, just make sure they're not exceeding a certain height point. And moving on to the arch, it's pretty much the same thing. You can get the Mickey under there, but yeah, let's talk about the arch now. I really love this one. I actually like this a bit more than the banner. It just pops more. Like, this looks so good. It's so vibrant. There's so much gold and blue and white, and I love the garland. The garland on this one looks like a lot thicker. Like, if you look there and then you look at this one is a little choppy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of lacking, but yeah, this one I think is perfect. I don't have any critiques for the arch. I mean, it looks fantastic. Oh, the one thing I do need to check, let's make sure it centers with our pathing. That's something that I'm always struggling with. And yeah, look at that. It actually does perfectly center with pathing. Oh my God, I never thought the day would come. This makes me so happy to see. We've gotten some beautiful arches in the past. and it just killed me when it was ever so slightly off center with the paths, because that's the best way to utilize arches is for entry points or along your pathways. So when they don't center properly with the paths, it's a real buzzkill, but this one is perfect. Now, the last thing we'll talk about with this item will be spacing. Of course, this is a lot smaller than the banner, coming in at only 2 by 8 placement squares, where the banner, you might have to kind of play around with where you're going to fit it, because you're going to need a good bit of room for this one. The archway is going to be a lot more flexible, and I think it looks better, so I think this archway is going to see a lot more play. Moving on to our last item in the bundle, we have the market stall. Now, this is another really, really fun item. I think my favorite thing about it is just how loaded with these festive lights this thing really is, and I love the snow buildup. It's going to make this a perfect item for Frosted Heights or your Frosted Floating Island, but yeah, it is gorgeous, and it's got a lot of good detail aside from the lights and the snow. I love the rocky base and foundation here, and I love the lights kind of along the counter. And if we run up to it here, you'll see you have all these little baked goods, and you can even use this to gather your villagers. So this is yet another item you can use to summon a bunch of villagers together. Now, I don't want to do that right now because I don't want them all running around while I'm trying to film this. But when we film our outro for today's video, I'll do that so you guys can see it while we do the outro, and you can see how they pose around it. But aside from that, we have a little menu board inside, which is pretty cute. You can see a little coffee pot back there. We have the little cash register. And then you even have these nice little windows that you can see through. Love the way they put this together. I love every bit of the detail on it. It's just a super, super fun item, especially for holiday and winter themed builds. Now, as far as placement is concerned, this one is a little bit weird, and I'm assuming that's because of the villager summoning. I think that's why we have those little 4 green squares out in the front. I think it's just putting that extra space there to say nobody can stand there because that's where you're going to be, or you can't put furniture there because that's where you're going to be when you activate camera mode. So I think that's why that's going to be required for your spacing. Now, all of those clear spaces, I think that's symbolizing, that's where a lot of the villagers are going to be, but you can still put furniture there and kind of blend that into the environment. The only squares where you will not be able to place things would be the green squares, and you might even be able to get some things in the green squares, just not anything tall. Let's test it real quick. And yeah, that does check out. So I can take this little Mickey inflatable and boom, you can see there he is actually in that green square. He might even be able to get in. Nope, he cannot. So you can't put anything in these 4 squares, but the rest of the squares all around the building, you can put decor even under this little roof. Like you can even tuck Mickey like right up under this, which is really fun. But anything that exceeds a certain height, like this, it's not going to do it because it would clip through. Now, of course, I could count all these squares and I can tell you the exact dimensions, but I'm still booting up. I did not get much sleep, so I don't want to do that much counting, but hopefully you get the idea on the size and the dimensions. Very, very fun item here. And of course, that brings us right into our next item, which is the Mickey Mouse Holiday Inflatable. So yeah, if you've ever wanted your own small personal army of holiday Mickeys, today's your day, my friend, because we got it. So I think these are really cute. They also have their own light, like they glow a little bit. You can see that the environment here, it's nighttime. I don't have any lights around these guys, but they are very, very vibrant. So it's like they have their own little light source inside, and you can clearly tell it's made to be a little inflatable, but I do love this. I hope we get more little villager inflatables in the future. I just think this is a super cute item. Ever since we saw it in the premium shop leaks, I've been excited for it. I didn't know what to expect on the size. I didn't know if it was going to be like one of those huge inflatables or if it was going to be like life size, but it looks like it's like a life size Mickey. So yeah, very, very fun. Not a whole lot to say about it. It just takes 2x2 placement squares, and you can order more from Scrooge as you can with any premium item. And you can put these bad boys all over the place. You can even make your own army of Mickeys. I think I might do something with that. Now let's talk about the new free item, the Festive Blue Star. This thing is way cooler than I expected it to be, and that's not a pun. I know they look really frosty, but no, it's just an awesome item. Look at the animation of this. There's these little snowflakes that spawn in around it, and there's like this little twinkling light that falls. It puts off a glow. It has this frosty, foggy animation, so it actually looks cold. This is such a good item. And the fact that it's free is just so nice of the devs. Big shout out to the dev team for this. Thank you for the very wonderful little holiday gift. I love this thing. And I'm going to put these all over the place in my Winter Valley. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite winter items in the entire game. And I would say that's really just because of the animation. I love when we get an item that has good lighting and some kind of animation quality. It just adds to the immersion and the overall beauty of the builds we can create. So yeah, loving these things. Now, as far as placement is concerned, each one of these little stars is going to require 2x5 placement squares. So not too bad. You know, you will need a little bit of room. It's not like a 2x2 like the Mickey. You can squeeze this into a lot of places. This one's going to take a bit more than double that space. You might have to cram it in certain areas or builds, but I would say it's totally worth the trouble because, yeah, this thing is just so gorgeous, and I am so excited we got this in the shop this week. I saw pictures of it in the leaks, and I thought it looked cool, but I had no idea it was going to look this good. So yeah, very pleased with this new item. And finally, we're moving on to the newest premium house, the Festive Lights house, and I am so excited about this. We haven't gotten like a really well illuminated winter or Christmas themed premium house skin since the Winter Palace, which is one of my all-time favorite winter house skins. And this one might be my new favorite. I love the Winter Palace. I definitely think it's a lot more eye-catching than this. This just feels more like your traditional family home decorated for the holidays. That's just the kind of vibe I get for it. It's super cute. Like, I love the little reindeer with their goofy little smiles on. They look adorable. And then down here you have this little Santa, which I talked about before. I just love the way that looks. And this thing's covered in lights. Like, they're all over the roof. You can see them. Like, from a distance, this thing really stands out. You have them on the back here, and I love the way the garland kind of droops down. It has like this swoop to it on the backhand side on the first and second floor there. Also, I didn't notice this, but there's like another little Santa back there. Now, there's not a door on the back or sides, but that's not really something I look for in all the premium houses. I honestly don't go into my premium houses too much anyway. Another thing I think that is just outstanding with this house is all the snow buildup. I'm so happy to see the devs adding a lot of items with this snowy buildup. Like, we got so many things in the StarPath that had all this snow on them, and now we have these items from the premium shop, and we're seeing the same thing. And I think that just works really well for this particular new floating island and the Frosted Heights biome. Or if you're trying to do something like I am and you're trying to convert your entire valley into a winter wonderland, having items covered in snow can really help transform some of the other biomes that are not made to be wintry. So it's a really nice effect. Now, as far as spacing goes, this house is actually not very demanding, which I always look at as a plus because we have so many premium houses now. We have so many villager houses now. Space can be tricky. Thankfully, we do have the floating islands, but that's beside the point. You know, you can fit this into builds a bit easier. It's a bit more flexible. Maybe you can build like a beautiful yard around it or put like a lot of Christmas decor surrounding it to give it more of that like traditional Christmas style home. Overall, love this house. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. This is one of my favorite seasonal items from the game so far. So yeah, just absolutely love this thing. All right, so we have a couple of items left to look at, but before we move on to those, I wanted to talk about the returning decor item. This is our only returning Christmas decor item, and it's going to be these illuminated deer. I just wanted to show these to you guys so you can get a good idea of how they look. I'm a big fan of these. I use them a lot in my forest builds and in Frosted Heights. So yeah, if you don't have these, considering they're 20% off, it is a great time to pick up these little illuminated deer. You can see all these little lights like within the wire frames. And it's so cute that you have like a stag and a doe and a little baby. It's just really fun. Now, placement on these is going to require 2x7 squares, so not super demanding. You can squeeze them into a lot of places. And with that, let's move on to our new and returning premium shop accessories. So first up, I want to go over the returning accessory package here because it's actually 3 different bags. You have the fancy snowflake gift bag, you have the wintry tree gift bag, and you have the winter gala gift bag. So yeah, if you didn't know, this little accessory bundle does come with 3 different accessories. I really like the wintry one because it has like a bit of coloration for the stuffing paper. It has like some yellow or gold, which I really like, in that little Christmas tree tag on the side. The Winter Gala one is a bit more like blue and green for the paper, and the fancy snowflake gift bag itself is just kind of striped, has the same coloration as the package itself. But these are really fun, they're really unique, and usually I wouldn't be very big on pitching or hyping up these items, but since we can use accessories in Dreamsnaps, they do have some great utility, and you better believe we're going to be seeing plenty of holiday-themed Dreamsnap challenges. And finally, our last premium shop item for the showcase is going to be the handheld plushie here. So I'm just going to equip this. We're going to kind of run around and check it out, see if it does anything. All right, and as expected, it doesn't. It's just cute. It's just a cute little accessory to run around with. I think it'll be really cute in photos. So it doesn't have like any kind of special magical trail or anything, but it is quite adorable. It's kind of random with the rest of the stuff. It's not really the same theme as like everything else we're getting, but I'm glad we got like one little fun item on the side. Out of everything in the shop, I'd say it's probably the thing I would be most likely to pass on, but I just love Christmas decor, so I can't bring myself to pass on any of that stuff. But if I was going to pass on anything, it would probably be this little guy. That said, if you have the Moonstones, he's not very expensive, and it's a cute little accessory. Now, of course, all of the items we've seen in today's showcase are rather exciting. So you're probably wondering, what's the Scrooge shop cost going to come out to? Now, some of these items are really reasonable and some are a bit more expensive. For example, the Festive Market Stand is the most expensive out of these new items. It's going to be coming in at 30,000 star coins. However, as you guys saw, it is a pretty big item. I don't see people needing too many of these. I think it would be cool to have like a few, maybe make like a whole little market area. But yeah, I don't think you're going to need a tremendous amount. Now, for the Festive Lights Entry Arch, this is going to run you 4,000 star coins. The Festive Lights Star Banner is going to be 1,000 star coins more, coming in at 5K. The Mickey Mouse Holiday Inflatable is going to come in at 1,500 star coins. And today's free item, well, free in the premium shop, but nothing's ever free from Scrooge. If we've learned anything with our time in Dreamlight Valley, the Festive Blue Star can be ordered from Scrooge for 4,000 star coins. Okay, premium shop review and showcase are out of the way, so now it's time to move on to Dreamsnaps. Today we're going to be seeing my results for the Future Visions Challenge. Now, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't like a super huge fan of this one, so I was kind of lacking motivation. I'm as usual, I have no idea what to expect with this submission. I actually had a ton of fun with the Bibbidi Bobbidi You submission that we'll see next week. I'm so in love with that one. But this one, I definitely waited till last minute. It was like Tuesday night, like middle of the night, and I almost skipped it. I was this close to skipping it, but I've never, ever skipped a Dreamsnap challenge, not even once since they started. So I just couldn't bring myself to let it go. So I kind of threw something together. I'm going to see how it did. Hopefully I still get 4K. I really hope so, but I wouldn't be surprised if I got 2,500 or 1,500. Either way, let's go see how we performed. All right, moment of truth. We're just going to head over to my primary mailbox here. How? I do not understand. Every time I'm in love with the Dreamsnap, every time I'm like, yes, this is a top 50 submission. It's some of my best work. It gets like rank 5,000. And every time I do a Dreamsnap that I don't really care about, it's like a top 20. It doesn't make any sense to me, dude. I'm happy. I'm really thrilled with this rank and the score. This is really cool. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm really confused. I am legitimately confused about this. I think my Dreamsnap was okay. Like, I could have seen it getting 2,500. I could have seen it getting rank 5,000, rank 6,000. But rank 17? I guess it was better than I thought. Maybe people really liked it. Or I guess this one just had really good visibility. I don't know. I'll show it to you guys and you can be the judge. But if you feel like it doesn't deserve rank 17, feel free to tell me, because I honestly don't really think it deserves rank 17 either. So, but you know, if you like it and you're like, yeah, I got what it deserved, tell me that, because then it'll make me at least feel like I earned it. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised by this one. Well, not kind of, I'm extremely surprised by this one. So let's claim our rewards here and I'll reveal my Future Visions Dreamsnap submission. All right, so I guess it's time to reveal this rank 17 Dreamsnap, and here it is. This was Future Visions, and the description of this challenge was, what does the world of tomorrow look like? Use decor to create your very own high-tech version of the Valley's future, from robots to furniture and beyond. So I was thinking, obviously, a lot of people that saw this Dreamsnap really liked it, or liked it enough at least to vote for it. And I was wondering, how I could have been so wrong about this doing well. I thought this Dreamsnap was going to flop, and it ends up being a top 20. And I thought about why I felt negatively about it. To be honest, I think the reason I was feeling negative about this Dreamsnap was the challenge didn't resonate with me. I wasn't excited about the challenge, so I didn't really enjoy creating this snap as much as I did others. And I think that kind of soured my opinion on the snap. Whereas, if I have a challenge that really resonates with me and I find it to be like super fun and enjoyable to put together, I usually assume it's going to do really good. Now, there are some things I really love about this challenge. Like, I really liked the foreground elements with the tablet and the Big Hero 6 desk. And I love that I went with the little Tron outfit, and we got Eve waving back there. And we have the power cells on the ground and the robots and all the Edna stuff. It's a fun submission for sure. I just didn't love it. It didn't really spark joy for me. I thought it was fun and different. I just didn't think it was going to perform quite this well. But there are some really fun things about it. The last thing I'll say as far as what I enjoy about it, I did like the new Edna stuff, but it felt a little bit too big to me. It made it feel a little bit too crowded, so I wasn't sure how to feel about that. What I did really like was the lighting. Having those little orb lights on the left and right, and then using those frozen chandeliers in the middle. I don't know, they all look really futuristic. I thought they all really fit the theme, even though they didn't have the challenge tags. Like, none of those lights I have on the ceiling had the futuristic tag, but I liked the way they look, so I used them. There's a lot of little, fun items in here. There's a lot of fun little details. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Do you think this Dreamsnap was that good? Like I said, I will not be offended if you come out and say, no, Senpai, I don't think this should be in the top 20. It won't even bother me, because I personally don't feel like it should be. I would not have been surprised if this got 2,500. I wouldn't have been shocked if I opened my mailbox to see this at rank 8,000 or 10,000. I wouldn't have been shocked by that, but I was shocked by how well it did do. So I would love to hear some of your feedback and some of your comments. Did any of you guys see this? Did you vote for it? How did you feel about it? Let me know in the comments. I'm very, very curious to hear. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to this week's brand new Dreamsnap challenge. All right, and this is a challenge I am really excited for as soon as I saw the name. You guys know I have a bit of an obsession with decorating for the holidays, so this is right up my alley. This week's challenge is called Dreamlight Holiday Market. It states the holidays have returned to the Valley. Celebrate them by decorating and setting up your very own holiday market in the Valley. Think merry, bright, beautiful, and festive. I'm so eager to get started on this one. And what a perfect challenge for the frosted floating island. I'm so excited to use that again. I actually used it for my Dreamsnap last week. I'm going to use it for this one as well. This is the perfect challenge. I also think it's pretty funny because they are very clearly trying to sell the festive market bundle with this challenge. I mean, these are going to have all the tags. Traditional's the big one. One thing you'll catch is that all the Christmas stuff, like Christmas trees, gift packages, Christmas lights or fences, almost all of the holiday decor carries the traditional tag. So yeah, these new items are no exception. So this whole festive market bundle is perfect for this challenge. I highly suggest utilizing the Festive Market Bundle in this week's challenge because I think that's just going to work really well for discoverability because all those items are going to have all 4 tags. Of course, there's a lot of other items you can use that have all 4 tags for this one. But, just have fun with it. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I am so excited for a holiday theme. It's our first true holiday theme of the year so far. So, yeah, I am absolutely pumped. Let me know what you think of this challenge in the comments below. Our mandatory tags this week are going to be lavish lavish and wondrous, while our bonus tags this week are going to be outdoors and traditional. Okay, interesting. So outdoors is one of the tags. So yeah, not a good challenge at all for an indoor build, or, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing anything in a room or a house. I think the Frosted Heights floating island is just going to be the perfect destination for this challenge. I mean, we have so much room. There's so much room for activities up there. You can make the most epic market ever. This is one of the reasons I've kind of kept my floating islands mostly empty for now, is because I'm just really excited about having places to build dream snaps. I know some people have already done holiday builds on their Frosted Islands, but yeah, let me know what you're doing with your islands. Are you going to keep some of them open for dream snaps, or do you have plenty of room in your valley for that? I'm just a very dream snap centric player, so having some dedicated areas for that is really nice. And of course, as promised in today's showcase, here is an example of this new marketplace with the Photoshop mode enabled and the villagers dropping by. I actually have the Forgotten behind the cash register there, which is pretty funny. You can see Mulan behind the baked goods, and my camera is kind of covering Minnie here. But when you utilize this little marketplace, it will actually put a couple of villagers inside of the market stall, and I really love the way that looks. If you enjoyed today's video and you found it helpful, informative, or simply entertaining, please do me a very big favor and press that like button. Also consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. If you would like to catch more of my content, you can find me live on Twitch Monday through Friday. Links to both my Twitch channel and Discord server can be found in the video description down below. I hope you're all very excited for the Christmas Valley tour project I have coming up on YouTube very soon, and I also sincerely hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley.